Hello humans and welcome to episode 16 of Chef Mike Does Stuff. I, of course, am the Chef Mike that I reference in my own title of my own show. I'm the bald guy with the beard and I do all the things. Anyway, today we are gonna make potato skins, but not just any potato skins. I'm gonna do like a queso fundido potato skin with Chihuahua cheese and chorizo sausage. Then I'm gonna garnish it with some sour cream and chives. You can make bomb fire awesome potato skins at home. I'm going to show you how. I am actually using leftover baked potatoes. Now, once we get to the cutting board, I will tell you that there's actually a little better method if you want totally awesome potato skins. But because I'm lazy and I'm using leftover potatoes, they might not be, they're like 95% awesome potato skins. But I digress. Let's get to the cutting board and make something tasty. All right, we are at the cutting board. And as I said, I am using leftover baked potatoes. What I did for mine was simply stab it 3 times with a fork, and I baked them in the oven at about 400 degrees for an hour. I did nothing other than wash the heck out of the outside of the potato, especially russets. You want to make sure you wash and scrub the outside. Now, to make the most awesome ultra baked potato and then into a potato skin, what I would have done was brush the outside with oil and added a little salt and pepper before I baked it in the oven. Great for baked potatoes because you get a nice little crispy, crunchy skin. But since I'm using leftovers, that crunchy, crispy skin would go away anyway, so I did not do that. The other thing, if you were to want to make the greatest potato skins ever, you would want to bake the potatoes, take them out of the oven, and do everything I'm about to do while it's really hot. That might be a little more difficult for you, but that's okay. So the outside would have that crispy, crunchy skin. We cut it open, take the insides out, fill it with stuff, and put it back in the oven, and you have awesome potato skins that way. But we're not going to do that. We're going to go the simple route of using leftover baked potato. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my cooled baked potato, and what I do is you want them relatively flat. If I was making twice baked potato, I might cut it this way so you have a nice area to put a bunch of filling in. Potato skins are not necessarily super filled with stuff, I guess you could say. So I'm going to cut it this way so they're a little flatter and wider that way. So that's what I'm going to do. I will show you like so. Okay, inside of potato. I am going to use my spoon and simply make room for all the delicious stuff that I'm going to put in the potato. You want to make sure not to get to the skin part because then you're going to have a hole in your potato skin. And nobody wants holes in their potato skins. Now, the other thing you're going to ask, what should you do with the leftover potato in the middle? Well, if this was super hot, you could literally make mashed potatoes out of it if you wanted to do that. What I usually like to do is actually make like potato dumplings, little flour, maybe an egg or something, and I make dumplings out of it, which is great. The other thing you can do is actually, I use mashed potatoes a lot for like cream soups. So potato is a great thickener of stuff. So if you have soups or sauces that you don't want to necessarily add, let's say a roux or some starch or whatever, you don't necessarily have to do that. All right, see that? That is going to be a beautiful base for my potato skin. But don't worry, we are going to get some crispy, delicious potato skins because I am going to coat the outside of these potatoes with a little oil and a little salt and pepper. Magical, right? Normally, I would do this part ahead of time, but I don't have a lot of time today, so I am trying to do this a little, manage my time appropriately. So instead of just doing this off camera and then starting to film, I'ma just do it right now. So there you go. There should be some awesome music going on right now. Now even these are relatively deep, so when I kind of prep these, I am going to kind of open them up just a touch. Just because I don't need these huge monster deep filled potatoes. That to me would be a twice baked potato, but that's just me. Maybe we'll make this the last one. I think 6 big old honking potato skins are gonna be awesome. Okay. So we got that one there. And our final one, like so. Just simply use a spoon. If you have like a melon baller or something else you want to use, you can totally use that. All right, so we got our potato skin shells. The other thing you could do, actually, if you want even less, let's say, deep potatoes, is instead of cutting it in half, kind of cut it into triangles, so you might actually get 3 potato skins per potato. Magical. So I'm gonna put these potatoes off to the side. I'm gonna do this part now just because then I won't have to do it later. Okay, because we do want a little bit of crispy skin. I use a good amount of oil. This is just olive oil. Use whatever oil you so desire. I'm going to be baking this pretty high, so you want something with a little higher smoke point, or just make sure you have good ventilation in your kitchen. Then I am going to do not too much, just a little bit of salt on the outside. That's my least favorite thing when I get a baked potato or potato skins when the outside isn't seasoned. It's boring. That's the first part that usually hits the your mouth. So you might as well give it a little TLC like so. Okay? Look at those. Our shells are ready. Some of them aren't going to sit just like how you want them. Maybe try to press them down, form them a little bit, or they're just not going to do what you want. Look at that. Magic. All right. Super simple. I'm going to add some cheese. This is Chihuahua cheese. This is also known as quesadilla cheese. It's one of my favorite cheeses for literally everything. Stuff with it. Put it on pizza. It is a great, delicious, all-around, beautifully melting cheese. I'm going to put a good amount. I don't care if little bits of cheese kind of fall on the pan. I don't care if it's, over the edge a little bit, because all that crispy, crunchy cheese is going to be scrumptious. Oh, yeah. That one might ooze out a little bit on the side, as is this one. But you know what? What are you going to do? That happens sometimes. Life is kind of like a potato skin. Sometimes the cheese oozes out. I don't know if that really makes much sense, but that's okay. Here we are. Okay. Like so. All right. Now, next thing we are going to do, which is the only other thing we need to do before we put these bad boys in the oven, is this is crumbled chorizo sausage. This is the kind that you get in traditional queso fundido, where it's really oily when it bakes. This is not hard sausage. This is kind of like it's crumbly and soft. So I'm going to put a good amount of that on each one. This has not been cooked or sauteed other than how it comes in the package. Does that make sense? I open the package, and I'm going to put that chorizo on my potato skins. That's what I meant to say. The fun part about this recipe is, once again, just put in whatever the heck you want. It doesn't matter. Do you want to make this a vegan? I know I have some vegan pals out there. Make it vegan. You don't need cheese. Do you want to make these little pizzas? You could put pizza sauce and mozzarella cheese and pepperoni and stuff like that. Do you want to make this like Italian inspired? Do you want to do like a pesto or something like that? Do you want to do a barbecue one? Maybe load these up with pulled pork, and the outside, instead of doing like salt and pepper, maybe do your favorite barbecue rub on the outside. That sounds like a great one. I should have just done a video on that, but that's okay. That's okay. You can make cool things too. Curry. That would be delicious on these potatoes. Just straight up all American, like cheeseburger ingredients on the inside. Do it. Who cares? Put in here what you like. Maybe, I got a great idea. Make pizza ones, but put pineapple in it and blow your minds of the friends who say you're not supposed to do that. There's no rules. There's really no one telling you can or can't put pineapple on pizza or pizza potato skins. I don't know. There we go. Like so. These ones look a little I need to put a little more on there. Boom. Okay, now these are ready for the oven. I have my oven set to 450 degrees. We really need to only melt the cheese and brown the meat on the top. The potatoes for just about cooked all the way through. So we really don't need to cook it that much. So we really just want to get crispy, browning, tasty goodness. So I'm going to throw these in the oven. And I don't know how long. I will let you know how long when they're done. So I will be right back. And just like that, 25 minutes later, with an oven temperature of 450 degrees Fahrenheit, we now have the melty, delicious cheese on the inside. We've got brown chorizo sausage. You'll see some of this other oiling off. That's actually delicious, juicy, fatty flavor from the chorizo sausage. Now, before you serve, what I like to do on these bad boys, and these are right out of the oven, I'm going to do this on one of them. What's the least pretty one? Because I'm going to take pictures. Maybe I'll do something like this. I'll do this one. I like a good dollop of sour cream right across the top. Chorizo's a little bit spicy, not too crazy. So if you want to add jalapeno, something spicy to make it hotter, the sour cream is a great addition to kind of cool off some of that heat. I'm going to add a little green onion like so. And then one of my favorite ingredients that I use all the time, that I don't know if everybody has, but hey, what are you going to do, is just a tiny little sprinkle of smoked paprika. Like so. See that? That's it. Do that with the rest of them. I'm going to put these on a fancy plate so I could take the picture that I use as the main screenshot for my videos, because I only make what you see, and then I have to keep using them for all the pictures and stuff like that. So I'm going to eat some of this. While I'm getting ready to eat this and turn the camera up to watch me eat this incredibly hot, delicious potato skin, remember to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, maybe, I don't know, like buy ad space for a commercial for something, so you could tell people to watch my show. You could see the bottom has gotten crispy, so everything while we did it in the high heat. Nice. But most importantly, subscribe, because you are not gonna want to miss when Chef Mike does stuff. And there I am. There's the bottom half. There's just my mouth. That's all you're gonna get. Let's see how much I burn myself. Oh! That's too hot! It is super delicious though. If you want a super more flavorful, like filling forward potato skin, dig out as much potato as you want. If you wanted to eat more like a baked potato filled with all kinds of delicious stuff, you could leave a little bit more potato on there. But make sure to make your own version. I want to see awesome pictures. Do buffalo. I don't know. I talked about some other ones. Do all that because I want to see what you make. So once again, subscribe, because you are not going to want to miss when Chef Mike does stuff. Okay, bye. I can't feel the roof of my mouth. Baby, I can't feel the roof of my mouth. It's too hot. Give me more. I want more. I can't imagine. I'm not even looking at the camera. I imagine you're looking at something incredibly boring right now. This is not even a proper gut cam, but what are you going to do?